Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be reacting to All's Fair, which I'll get on into a minute. But before I do that, I should mention I'm recording this episode on the 30th of December 2025. You're seeing this episode in 2026, so I hope you've had a new year, but obviously a good new year. But obviously, in timey-wimey fashion of the podcast, that's my future and then your past. But before I react to All's Fair, here's the trailer. So I hope you enjoy it. Here it is.
Boy, do I love coming here. Walking down that hallway shaped like a clown cervix. Beef curtains. Black May West. As much as I'd love to continue to exchange pleasant cocktail pleasantries, there is a war to be won. You better work.
Oh, Laura. Wow, it's you. Right this way.
You better work.
You're the best divorce lawyers in town.
I need you to tell us the whole story.
We got married when I was still an undergrad.
We were in love. It was all perfect. Except for this one small thing.
I trusted him.
How did this ever happen to me?
I'm not getting. Okay.
Men, they are terrified of women in power. And women besting men in divorce? No.
God, I love my job. I tell my clients every day, you never really know a person. It's just a trap.
Guess who's here with me right now? Jay, say bye-bye to your future ex-wife.
Bye-bye.
See you in court, you poor discarded. Let's light her on fire. It's showtime, lady. You are the victim here. Every tear you shed is $100K in your pocket. Make it rain.
Here there is no safe word. You can't tell us to stop.
You infertile, career-obsessed. Stand up straight and breeze into that room like a storm no one saw coming.
You are not taking so much as a ballpoint pen out of this building.
Enough edging, counselor. Let us come already. 11 more. Before you comment on my new appearance, please know that this look is mine. Nothing more than next Halloween's costume, where I will be dressing as a whore lawyer. You better work.
That was the trailer for All's Fair, which, as you could see in that trailer, if you're watching it, obviously if you were are listening to this episode, then you wouldn't have, was released on the 4th of November, 2025. I thought it was a bit earlier than that, but I've been proven wrong, which is fine. But yeah, so I basically binged, not all across one day because of work commitments, but I binged it over a couple of days because it was actually on Gogglebox, which is a show where people watch shows and react to them. So I kind of seen a few clips and I was like, oh, I'll give this a shot, and then I did. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to double check this. All's Fair has been renewed for season 2. Let's have a look. Yes, it was renewed on the 24th of November. Yeah. Yes, so it's been renewed for season 2. So we assume that will come either next year or in... Well, this is where it's confusing. Because this year, from when you're watching this episode or listening, but for me, it's next year. You know what I mean? Even though it's like 2 days apart. But, yeah, so before this episode is 20 minutes long, and Matt wants to be very annoyed at me. Let's get on with it. So there was 9 episodes in season 1. So like I did with The War Between the Land and the Sea, I'm going to talk about each episode individually there might be a bit of merging, so I'm gonna have to try my best to remember. So we'll start obviously with episode 1, and we meet a lot kind of. It starts with a flashback to 10 years ago, and to how Alora, Dina, Emerald, Liberty. No, not Liberty, and Car were there and where they are now. And basically, Car feels that Alora and Emerald betrayed her by not letting her come with them to start a new law company. So that's kind of where Car is, and then between that, Alora's got married to Chase, who we believe is an NFL player. But it quickly becomes clear that Chase wants a divorce basically because he's been cheating on Alora, and one of the people he's been cheating with is Alora's assistant Milan, and to make things worse, Milan now has a child, and Chase is the father. So there you go with that. So obviously, yes, Alora can't be her own lawyer, so Dina is and Car is Chase's, as you probably got a glimpse of in that trailer, but that's a bit further forward. I think I merged episodes 1 and 2 there. There is some other cases around. You saw a bit of those involving most of them, but I think it's a divorce firm. I think so. Most of them being about that, and kind of for a variety of reasons. A man wanted children. Yes, and the woman rightfully making the decision that she didn't want to, which absolutely is the right call. If she does, if you don't want to be a parent, you don't want to be or have children, then that's absolutely fine. Isn't it? But yeah, so there was a really toxic marriage. I think that was in episode 6 or 7. I can't remember. I'm kind of getting a bit all over the place, so I do apologise. Episode 6 is the big what's called mediation. So I'm not a lawyer. I don't have a law degree, but from what I understood in the show is that kind of that's the step before going to court, is try and hash it out before a courtroom. So obviously Chase and Laura are there, Emerald's there. Who else? Liberty isn't there because she's on another case. Dina's there. Car and Chase are there, and there's a judge of sorts there to try and figure it out. And there's kind of a lot of backwards and forwards, and Chase and Laura kind of talk about how they felt with each other when they were together, and all that, and kind of. Car softens during the episode, really, which we kind of hadn't really seen. Really, we were kind of always led to believe that she was this very strong-willed person, and nothing would upset her. But she kind of Alora and Emerald kind of give her an olive branch, and they kind of decide to let to be. To just give in return, be nice to her, and Car just in return says the divorce between Chase and Laura is split 50-50 personal assets, because there was a bit before that about embryos that Laura and Chase had obviously done fertilised, that's the word, before they split up, and they were considered communal property, which made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Because it made me feel like human lives were being used as a bargaining chip, which wasn't, which wasn't great. And speaking of, actually, Laura doctors Chase's signature so she can get the embryos to try and get her pregnant, which doesn't work. And then she comes clean. So this is about in the big episode 6, which is just the divorce between Alora and Chase, and then episodes. So then the back 3. So episode 7, I can't remember a lot about, but episode 8, Chase and Car sleep together. So there's that. And then in one of these encounters, Chase says Alora's name instead of Car. And then in episode 9, Chase calls it off because it's turned out that Chase is is addicted to sleeping with people. So yeah, I'm trying like some of the words that are used in the show aren't as diplomatic and family friendly as the ones I'm using, but just bear that in mind. And then episode 9, end of episode 8, I think, beginning of episode 9, we learn that Car has this idea of final revenge. So that's between all the Liberty, Dina, Alora, and Emerald. So she decides to start with Liberty, who's meant to be getting married, and she kind of gives her some fake advice to try and because of this, and then Emerald finds something about Liberty's fiance, I think. Yeah, that's right. And then that doesn't work out because Emerald's found stuff about Liberty's fiance, which Liberty won't accept, and loads of lies and stuff. So she calls off the wedding. And then with Dina, Car makes Dina, because Dina's lost her, I should mention, I think it was around episode 4 or 5, Dina lost her husband, died of, I think it's cancer, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Again, kind of all the episodes were merged. So, yeah. There's that, and then the Car kind of makes them believe that Dina's got memory loss and is violent, and yeah. Yeah, and then amongst all that, the kind of the cliffhanger, you saw handcuffs in there, which I was actually, because I've not seen, I didn't watch the trailer before I watched the show. I didn't notice that they'd showed that, because that is kind of a slight spoiler. They obviously didn't show who it was, but it was Dina got arrested for a murder of the person that drugged Emerald in, I think, episode 5, 4 or 5, 4 I think it is. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. Sorry that it's a bit all over the place. It's not as episodic as my War Between the Land and the Sea reaction, but obviously they were spread out a bit more further away. So let me know what you thought of All's Fair if you watched it, as well as if you're planning to watch season 2 when it's released, I would guess, sometime in 2026. Without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.